Welcome, you wonderful soul. Thank you so much for being here today. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can transform any relationship in 3 simple steps. But before I jump in, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge you for showing up here today, for showing the ambition and demonstrating the desire to improve yourself and also your relationships. You see, these videos are made with the intention of awakening love in as many hearts as possible. And so I'm extremely grateful that you're here, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And if you do, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel so that you can find future videos that I release on a weekly basis. Now let's jump in. It's safe to say that relationships make up a significant proportion of our life. Whether you're in a relationship with an intimate partner, a marriage with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whether you're in relationship with your parents or your children or your peers, your colleagues, your bosses, your managers, your neighbors, relationships are central to our experience of being human. Now, quite often, relationships can be the source of joy, and they can also be the source of pain. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps that will help you transform any relationship that may be feeling painful into one that feels more loving and connected. How does that sound? Now, let's jump in. Number 1 is a change of heart. A change of heart is all that is required to transform any relationship. Now, it sounds simple, but it's true. What do I mean by a change of heart? Well, if you think about it, quite often, without knowing it, we've placed barriers and blockages that prevent us from feeling a deep sense of love or connection to the other person. Those barriers or blockages, like I said, could be placed there unknowingly, but are often in the form of judgment or comparison or resentment or anger or maybe even unforgiveness. Does this relate to you at all? You know, these barriers and blockages prevent us from being open to experiencing a sense of love and connection and companionship. And the amazing thing is that for us to transform them, all it takes is a change of heart. So how do we do it? Well, we have to recognize if there's any barriers or blockages inside of us and then be open to changing them, to show a willingness to open up our heart, to soften, to feel a sense of unconditional love and openness to the other person, to make a commitment to ourselves that we are open to changing our heart and to being open to seeing whether that has an impact on the relationship. So that is number 1, a change of heart. Number 2, acknowledge insecurities. You see, quite often when we are in a relationship that maybe has conflict present or where we feel out of alignment with the other person, whether that's a partner or someone else, quite often what is present is insecurity. And that's often the case in both parties. Not always, but insecurity is what will trigger us into a fight or flight response. And so quite often you'll find that when conflict is present, someone may withdraw and the other person may attach. Now, if we begin to acknowledge our insecurities and recognize that our behaviors or the things that we say are simply a byproduct of us feeling insecure, then we are much more able to feel a sense of compassion in our heart for the other person and also for ourselves. So if you're in a relationship at the moment where there's conflict, where someone is being triggered or maybe you are being triggered, ask yourself, am I feeling insecure? Ask yourself, is the other person feeling insecure? The likelihood is insecurity is going to be present, and if you can acknowledge it and you can soften your heart and be open to number 1, which is a change of heart, you will find that the relationship begins to transform. Number 3, spend time in with each other. Closeness is a key ingredient to a fulfilled and loving relationship. You know, like I said in number 2, when we're in conflict, it's quite easy for us to either pull away and withdraw or to attach and attack. But closeness, outside of those moments when you're in conflict, is the key to developing trust and intimacy. Now, that may be that you go for a walk in nature with the other person. It may be that you spend time talking. It may be that you just are with each other in one another's presence, maybe reading a book or painting or cooking together. But closeness is the key ingredient. It's the third step. Without closeness, you will feel a lack of connection and a lack of love. Without closeness, insecurities will develop within you and the other person because our minds begin to create stories based on our past experiences. But closeness will dissolve those insecurities. Closeness will allow you to feel that unconditional love that both parties wish to feel. So these are my 3 simple steps. 1, a change of heart. 2, acknowledge insecurities. And 3, spend time in and be close. I hope that this video has served you today. I would love to hear any comments below, but most importantly, I would love for you to apply these in any relationship that you wish to experience more love in, and then share what comes up for you. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button below and subscribe to my channel, because every week I'll be releasing new content that helps you live a life of love by applying practical approaches and tools and techniques that enable you to awaken that love in your heart. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Bye bye.